Okay, this is part of the YouTube clip where we talk about our guaranteed locks. Maybe not guaranteed. Maybe that's not the right word, but like.
Don't sue us.
Yeah.
Don't sue us, please. I mean, we don't have all we have is beer money.
We have no lawyers. Please don't sue
I mean,
us.
we could pay you with beer. That's about it.
We got a couple beers. Yeah.
We got some extra beers, maybe.
I'll give you this. Yeah, an IPA for sure. Yes, for sure.
These are
this
our.
is who we think are gonna win for sure. If we were to put money on it, which we probably are. Who kidding? But like.
Yeah, we like to put money.
But like these are our picks that are gonna do that. So
let's go.
I'll start it off. I'll go with Arman Zarkujian versus Damir.
Yes, sir.
Magula.
Yes, sir. The mismatch of the century, maybe.
That's like when I was going through the fighters and how they fight, like I just don't see what the pressure in his wrestling and how he throws punches. Arman is not gonna win, so that is my lock of this card.
I love that lock, man. Saryukin is that technical beast we were talking about. His punches are super fast. I mean, I don't know how he's generating this speed, but it's so fast that he can literally like go in and out before his opponent.
The 1-2 out.
Damir can even land a punch. It's one of those fights where we wouldn't be surprised if it's like a 10-1 striking ratio. Like this guy, if Saryukin lands like 100 punches and the other guy lands like 5 or 10.
It seems like Damir is waiting for the other guy to do something, not even to counter.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for him to do something.
Right.
And then that's not a way to fight.
Yeah.
So
it's not a good way to fight against a guy.
Amar is my lock. I think this is a no-brainer.
Again, Damir, he is 24-1, but Damir doesn't look like a guy who's going to ever crack the top 10. That's just how he looks. And Arman Saryukin is already number 11 in the world. I mean, he basically is already right there in the top 10, more or less. And so, it's just kind of like a mismatch, and it's a phenomenal lock by Lousy. I love the bet. I can't wait to. In fact, I might bet it, and then when my guy just keeps winning rounds, just maybe bet some more, just because it's like, all right, well, he secured the first round, let's bet some more. Live betting is always fun, you know what I mean? My lock is going to be Jared Cannonier, and Jared Cannonier is a guy who is still in his prime. He is getting older, but he still counters really well. He still, like I said, reads body mechanics super well. He knows where purposeful punches, knows how to position his body, will not take unnecessary risks, yet will still deal enough damage to his opponent where it'll make his opponent get hurt and he can win the rounds. So, he's not just going to lose to a volume puncher like his opponent.
I like it.
Thanks, Lousy. I mean, this is one of those fights where it's going to be an enjoyable main event, because how many main events is going to be our lock in the future? It's probably not too much, maybe like 3 times a year. And this is one of them because, like I said, Strickland is a guy who comes forward, but he's come forward lackadaisically. Not going to be a good night for him.
It could be your pick of the year because it is the last fight.
Yeah, I mean, it is a 50-50 fight in the odds makers' eyes. In my eyes, it's more like 80% or 90% for Cannonier. And when you then add to the fact that Strickland just got KO'd, I start thinking 95%. And you start saying that Strickland is, being more lackadaisical and he's starting to talk too much and lose focus. I start thinking, hey, 99.9, good enough for a lock, right? Yeah. So that's why I'm going with Jared Cannonier. It's going to be, let's go. It's going to be really fun. Great main event. Have fun with this video, man. Just watch the breakdowns, and have fun just thinking about it yourself. It's a fun, intriguing main event just because both fighters are fighters that they bring it. Strickland does come forward. He punches with combinations.
He has a heart.
Yeah, Cannonier will time you a lot more. That's his style, is he'll time you. So it's the volume puncher in Strickland versus the timing puncher of Cannonier. Sometimes the volume puncher wins, sometimes the timing puncher wins. I think in this situation, the timing puncher is really going to run away with this fight, especially in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, because it's a main event. If it was a 3-round fight, obviously it'd be a fight where it'd be a lot closer, but because it's a 5-round fight, that's why Cannonier is my lock of the night. So thanks, guys, for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks again, guys. All right, this is our favorite part of the prediction video. It is the parlay segment where you could win a house. I mean, I don't want to say it just so bluntly, but you could. I'm just saying.
There's a chance.
It's fun. It's a fun time because you could win a shed.
Yeah.
All right, a shed where you could, you could work out in, you could party in with a few people.
Make it your own.
You make it your own though. You make it what you will. If you build a shed, they will come. So
that's right.
We're going with for my parlay. This is backhands parlay. I am going with Jared Cannonier, Arman Saryukin, and I am going with Bobby King Green for my 3-fight parlay.
Shots fired.
Let's go.
I love it.
Yeah.
And the lousy 3-fight parlay, I'm going a little off script in the prelims. I'm going with the Corey McKenna over Cheyenne. I want to say buys.
Mm-hmm.
Arman Zarkujian versus Demir. I'm going with Arman.
Yep.
And Amir Albazi over Alejandro Costa.
I like it.
So that's my 3-fight. Arman, Amir, and Corey McKenna are
now,
my 3.
Amir Albazi, that's an interesting one because he's the biggest favorite on the main event. Main card, I'm sorry. He's the biggest favorite on the main card. How do you see him winning again?
I am definitely seeing him
just win outright, or do you see
outright.
Going with the win outright for the parlay?
If I were to, probably submission. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'd probably go with submission.
Mm-hmm.
Because with his wrestling and his ability to pressure a rear naked choke is probably the way to go. But if I were to put actual money on it, I would just go with...
The only reason I'm saying that is because it makes your parlay more valuable if you go for the submission. If you and you can always do multiple parlays, right? Like you do a parlay with him winning by submission, and then also make a parlay with him winning by decision. Why do I say that? It sounds like dumb, right? But if he's very expensive to bet outright,
minus 440,
he's very expensive. So you have to bet $40 to make $10, right? It's very expensive. But you could then bet him to win by decision, which would be plus 200, which means that you bet $10 to make $20. So you add that to a parlay, and all of a sudden you can go win a shed, right? So, and you can also make a separate parlay with him in it, and just him winning by submission, which is
in the first round.
Bet $10 to win $11, and so it's much better than having to bet $40 to win $10, right? It's just a little quick math for you guys of how to bet Albazi in the parlay, because like Lousy said, Albazi is a huge favorite, and for good reason. It's just we want to give you the best chance to win that shed, really. Change your backyard life. You can't change your life, change your backyard life.
Get a man shed, for sure.
So you got Albazi, you got Saryukin, who we talked about, and you got McKenna. McKenna is very interesting because she's a very young fighter.
Very young,
but she is only 2 losses and 7 wins, and so is her opponent. But the thing is that McKenna's on the rise. Right? She's one of those fighters, very scrappy, super scrambly. You can't just keep her down. She has so much heart, so much fight in her.
But the thing is with buys, if you do put pressure on her, because I've seen her actually fight wrestlers, and if they're able to get that woman down, they can keep her down.
Okay.
So that is why I'm bringing McKenna.
Because McKenna can wrestle, McKenna can grapple. So if McKenna can put pressure and then take her down, then McKenna can have her way with her.
That's right.
Basically.
So McKenna by decision.
Okay.
If you want to gamble a little bit, put a little extra spice on it.
Yeah. So McKenna's an underdog, so you can get paid good money with her. It's another fun bet to put in the parlay because, again, she'll make your parlay worth a lot. So also she's super on the rise, young fighter, but she is also mature for her age, meaning she doesn't make stupid decisions. As a young fighter, a lot of fighters, they don't know what they're doing. They kind of just go with the flow, do whatever. They don't have McKenna seems like she has more of a game plan. She's more strategic.
Not just throwing punches.
Not flailing punches.
Punches.
No, she's much more calculated. She is smart, and then on top of that, she knows how to put pressure and then get herself out of bad situations, which is kind of she's almost she's got the mentality of a seasoned fighter.
Yeah.
So she's wise beyond her years, one of those fighters. Exactly, and that's why Lousy likes her, absolutely. And then Albazi and Saryukin. I got Saryukin as well. Like we said, it's that mismatch of the century that we've been talking about against Ismagulov. Ismagulov's not ranked, and Saryukin is number 11 in the world, legit. Really fast hands and, go in and out, phenomenal balance, like we said. So it's a guy who is a phenomenal guy who can break into the top 9, top 8, top 7 maybe even top 6 if he keeps, getting those punches a little bit, working on those punches.
Keep on with the pressure like he's been doing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the top 10. Right?
Exactly. And then Ismagulov, we just do not see him breaking even the top 12. And so it's one of those things where it's a big mismatch, even though Ismagulov has a good record of just 1 loss. Ismagulov hasn't fought anyone top flight, and Saryukin, literally his last fight, fought the number, I think, 10 or 12 guys. So, it's one of those mismatches. Cannonier, like we said, Cannonier is a guy who is a specialist in going backwards and throwing damage, yet still countering and not. He's a power puncher who can throw and not get tired. It's one of those guys who he's going to fight.
Cardio.
He's got great cardio and proven by he's able to fight wrestlers and do well with them. He does great with all types of fighters. He's never out of a fight. And that's who you want to bet on, in a parlay. You want a guy who can really do well in the 4th and 5th championship rounds.
Backhands. Parlay is.
Yep, I got Jared Cannonier right here. We got Arman Saryukin, and then of course Bobby King Green, who is a guy who is maybe the best fighter you never heard of type guy. He's a guy who's an absolute stellar fighter, keeps his hands down. I mean, the whole fight, not just sometimes. He wants you to throw, man. He wants you to throw. He loves the counter. He loves to just, he can KO you anytime he wants, kind of a guy. So talented, yet he doesn't want to because, he just wants to have a party in there. And he's one of those guys who is a fan favorite. People love to watch him. Like I said, hands down the whole fight. I mean, it doesn't happen like that. People don't fight like that. It's scary.
No.
And it's just that he keeps you on the edge of your seat, and he purposely, I don't think he likes to knock people out because he likes to give people the show for 3 full rounds. So not only are you going to have a fun time having him on your parlay, but
puncher.
this is our fight of the night. Like we said, Drew Dober versus Bobby Green, and it's a phenomenal style matchup. Drew Dober is going to bring the best out of Bobby Green. Pressure's enough, but not too much. He's a calculated pressure fighter, and Bobby Green loves that. So it's going to be really, really fun to watch. Guys, watch that fight. Seriously, TiVo that's on ESPN. This is a free card, guys. Take advantage, have fun, and put some parlay bets on, even multiple ones, guys. Yeah.
And once again, my parlay is Corey McKenna, Arman Sarkisian.
Sarkisian, yeah. Saryukin. Sorry, Shoryukin.
Arman.
Yeah.
Saryukin.
It's almost like
Amir Albazi is my 3. So Corey McKenna,
yeah,
Arman, and Amir.
I mean, let's just hope. I mean, we were saying the whole time, Saryukin versus Ismagulov is a mismatch of the century. If he can KO Ismagulov with some sort of a hook or uppercut, we even said he's like a video game character, and then Ismagulov's like a cartoon character, like Gru from the Minions. Yeah. Despicable Me. If Saryukin can KO Ismagulov, the cartoon character, we're renaming him Shoryukin, like Ryu from Street Fighter.
You ever seen those whack-a-mole things? Yeah, he's going to get whack-a-mole.
He looks like a guy that, it'd be funny to see his head pop out and just Saryukin just throw a Shoryukin and an uppercut him. Just an old school Street Fighter arcade, Sega type move, and just with the pixel graphics. Yeah. You see the pixel graphic head just getting knocked over. Absolutely. Little Mortal Kombat. Get over here and uppercut.
Thank you for listening, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Tune in next time.
For sure.